and we should be going. Excuse me. Still slightly sick. So, just arrange myself and my windows properly here.
Fight when exposed. Sprint to lose your enemies and jump through merchant stands to avoid the crowd.
There. No, put this over here so I can see the data. More data. More Brent Spiner. Anyway. Oops. Time to do everybody's favorite part of the Assassin's Creed. Random street crimes. I was holding up there, I just want to point that out. Because I did not want to go down the ladder. Excuse me. Sword priest coming through. Ow.
See, why is he doing that? This'll teach you not to steal. You have a problem?
That hurt!
Way out. I'll cut you
Let's not kill the person trying to save you.
Those men intended to commit. Good of you to arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
That's not a wall I can climb. Excuse me, sir. Oops. Well. Anyway. Hello. Come on. Whoop. Dad is laughing in the other room. Not America's Funniest Home Videos, as he does. Where's this dude? Excuse me, I just have a sword, don't mind me. Sword priest. On my way. Oh, there they are.
You came along when you did. Another minute and they'd have made off with me. I
would like the camera to move, please. Thank you. So I gotta get this flag. Ma'am. Ma'am, you appear to be floating. Oh, excuse me, sword priest. Just. Oh, jeez. Why is so rude to sword priest there, my friend?
Dirty thief! I'll have your hand for that!
Please help me. Anyone.
I will make you pay where you die!
Boy, that's a lot of people who decided to show up while they beat up this old lady. Ow.
Heathen! This is where you die! I will make you bleed!
None of that. Didn't I just save you a second ago?
God only knows what foul deeds those men intended to commit. Good of you to arrive when you did, stranger. I'll see to it that my husband hears of your bravery.
Why do hobos hate sword priest so much? Sword priest only wants to, you know, help with his powers of being a sword priest. Oops.
Où vas-tu comme ça, vieillard?
I need help! Please! Anyone!
Quiche de camp!
Why are you doing that?
This is actually
Il n'a rien à faire
amusing.
ici! Quiche-moi le camp! Please! You're hurting me!
He don't die for that! Die for that!
Managed to assassinate 2 people. If only I had, you know, 2 of those hidden blades so I could have, you know, whoops, 2 of them. That'll never happen. Hello.
How's the Assassin's Creed going?
It's going. Just save
So-
it. Whoa! Physics.
Does your Assassin's Creed marathon now have to include that Final Fantasy 15 event?
No, but I might. So I actually uninstalled Final Fantasy 15 a little while ago because it was big. But I might have to reinstall it for that Assassin's Creed event.
It's still so weird to me.
Well, I mean, that's not the first time that they've crossed over with Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. I guess I just never thought about the other time.
I mean, Metal Gear Solid 4 even had an Assassin's Creed outfit,
Yeah.
from what I recall. Or was it Metal Gear having an Assassin's Creed outfit, or because like I think Assassin's Creed 2 had a Raiden outfit,
Huh.
or was it
I'm honestly-
both?
I want to say there was a Metal Gear game that totally had an Assassin's Creed thing.
Might have been like Peace Walker or Portable Ops.
Forbidden to
Let me see. I think you might be right on it. Just Metal Gear Solid.
Oops, I wanted to go down.
Apparently, yes, it was in PS4, and you got an Altair costume.
Yeah.
Anyone.
Because Hideo Kojima was way into Assassin's Creed or something. Speaking of Assassin's Creed, one of the main reasons I want to do this stream today was because I read a thing about apparently like the original Assassin's Creed guy gave some talk about the development of Assassin's Creed. And one of the funniest things to me, spoiler alert for this, you know, almost decade-old franchise, Kristen Bell does not make it out of the third game.
Yeah.
And apparently the reason for that was because she started to ask for residuals. And the Assassin's Creed writer guy didn't tell anybody, including Kristen Bell, that he was going to kill her off immediately afterwards. And he basically just went, "Yep, okay, well."
I was wondering what I was going to do at the end of this game, and that settles it.
Yep.
That's pretty good.
Where'd this?
Kind of messed up, but pretty good.
Yeah, it's really quite messed up, but amusing. Where did the citizen go? That I'm supposed to save. That was weird. Oops.
Citizens save themselves.
Apparently. Oh.
I mean, when you think about it, it would be really dumb to stare on and wait till the end of the fight, because what if the guy saving you loses?
That's true.
And as soon as the guards are distracted, you run.
That man in the dick.
Most deadly of assassin techniques.
Yep. Also, I just want to point out today I played some more Doom 2016. That game is really good.
If I could have gotten past the, like, 39 gigabyte patch or whatever it was that started the second I put it in my PS4.
Yeah, that's a little rough.
Like, I put it in, that started, I canceled that download, took the game out, and then traded it in. Fuck you. I'm not installing that patch. Like, I bought the game. If you need to patch in 39 gigabytes that soon after the game comes out, then fuck you.
I want to say it's all like multiplayer stuff too.
And I don't give a shit about that, so give me the option to install that.
Yeah, I kind of wish they had done that with Uncharted Lost Legacy as well, because for whatever reason it includes the entirety of the Uncharted 4 multiplayer.
Weird.
Yeah. And like, I played a little bit of the Uncharted 4 multiplayer when Uncharted 4 came out. I'm like, it's fine. It's Uncharted multiplayer.
I've heard actually no one talk about the multiplayer for the movie.
It's apparently pretty bad, is the thing.
Oh, and also 39 gigabytes.
Yep.
So yeah, like that was my whole experience with Doom, was attempting to start it up, getting that patch, and then going, no, never mind.
Was the line? Oh yeah.
Sure, maybe it's a knee-jerk reaction, and I would have really liked that game if I played it, but on the other hand, fuck you people.
There was a really funny line about Olivia Pierce, the Lazarus Project's lead scientist turned cult leader, activated a hell wave, and that was the point at which I was like, all right, Doom.
I feel like if you're gonna have a whole like branch of your research lab / power company / whatever, like researching hell, you need to make sure to watch for cultists.
Yeah, that seems like that would be
Like
the smart thing to do.
A whole wing of security that does nothing but sweep for cultists, and then there should be a second wing of security that sweeps that first wing of security for hidden cultists.
Yep.
Redundant cultist checks.
Just who watches the cultist watchers?
Just get a bunch of crazy-ass fundamentalist Christians in there.
Yeah.
They'll be good for something.
Oops. Other things I played today include Nier, like original Nier, which my comments on that was, boy, it's real good that they gave that to Platinum.
Yep.
Because that first, I believe my exact quote in the IRC was, "That game has combat, I guess." And then I started watching the Police Knots playthrough, and you were totally right. It is real fun to watch Pat freak out about how Kojima everything is.
It's good you came along when you did. Another minute and they'd have made off with me.
Who's responsible for this?
I just want to ask you this: did you get to the part where Meryl shows up?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was the last one I watched before starting this. I also like the part where they're like, no, that can't be her. It's just, and then like immediately it's like, oh, you know, she handled that incursion in Zanzibar land.
Oh yeah, from Foxhound.
Yeah. Making everybody drop their boxes. Ha ha ha! Sword priest.
That's mean. It's not cool to make people drop boxes. As someone who carries a lot of boxes all day. Also, considering how much of my day is carrying boxes, I'm gonna be put the fuck out of work when... What are those guys? Boston Dynamics?
Yes, the people who make
Behind
the.
the big dog and the other robots that carry boxes.
Yep.
I just thought about, man, those box
Let's not
carrying
take any
robots could
chances.
replace me.
I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man.
You just
Be
need
assured I
to.
won't forget it. Just show.
I've forgotten. I've completely lost this train of thought I had.
That's fine. How do you feel about the ending of Half-Life Episode 3?
I saw that. I don't care.
Yeah,
I
think it's really funny that some people apparently are still holding out hope that it being made.
My favorite part of that story was the one about the guy who, like, he was like a journalist for who was at Valve reviewing Portal 2 or something, and then like at lunch he was just kind of wandering around, and then he found this room that was just filled with index cards all over the walls, like essentially one of those crazy murder boards. And there was just the plot of Half-Life Episode 3 in an unlocked room.
Just there.
And then he was like, you know, like, there are a bunch of, like, journalists coming for a tour, and I kind of walked into this open room with the plot of Half-Life Episode 3 in it. And I believe the quote was, I had never seen the color actually drain from someone's face before.
Oh, that's fun.
Yep. And then apparently the reason was because Eric Wolpaw just liked to wander around, and apparently that room was quiet, so he just went there.
Went there to work on things that are never going to be made.
Yep.
There was one really indignant person on the Giant Bomb forums who was like, remember that time that someone leaked spoilers about Half-Life 2, and then they delayed the game because of it? He
Yep.
was like, yeah, fuck this guy. And it's like, wait, you think they're gonna delay Half-Life Episode 3 because this guy decided to release the story? Is that where your brain went with this?
The guy who wrote Half-Life
Yeah.
3.
Just... the level of delusion some people have got going about
Valve.
Valve and Half-Life and all of that is really funny to me.
You're not wrong.
And also, like, I think, you know what, fine, that is how I would expect, considering how the rest of Half-Life 2 went, that how that guy described it is an appropriate ending.
Yeah. Don't run away this time, lady.
Although, man, imagining the version where they actually release Half-Life 2 Episode 3, it just ends on yet another cliffhanger.
I would laugh so
And then it's
hard.
like, hey, by the way, wait for... Well, because the story he describes ends on a cliffhanger. So if
Great.
they ever did release Episode 3, it would have ended on a cliffhanger, which would have meant, great, you got your, like, 3 hours of gameplay in Episode 3, now wait for actual Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
Which would have been kind of amazing. Like, I really do wonder exactly why it is they just decided, nah, like, we're not even gonna bother. And I think part of it must be that they know for, like, it can't possibly be as good as people want it to be, because people want the second coming of Christ.
They
Video
saw
game form.
they saw what happened with Duke Nukem Forever and went,
Like,
now
it's-
we're good.
People have been waiting on more Half-Life for so long that they can't actually make it.
Yeah.
It's just been too long. You can't satisfy the people who want it. No matter what they release, even if it's one of the greatest games ever made, people will still be like, ah, but was it worth the wait? Oh, hey, that time you were helped out by a shirtless man.
I was. Let's go pickpocketing.
Thanks for the help, citizens.
Yep.
Now give me your money.
Whee.
You know, considering how long ago this game came out, it's still really pretty.
Yeah, like it's got real solid environments. The people are definitely 06 levels of,
Yeah.
and boy, this color palette's a little,
Washed out.
yeah, but there's some nice environment. There's some real nice environment work. Where is this man I'm supposed to pickpocket from? Is he in the building? That's not a door I can go in.
Maybe he's on top of the building?
Maybe he's on top of it. Oh, I bet he's in the building. And I bet if I... Oh, yeah. They're like, no, sword priest, we don't want your kind here. Preaching your swords. So I guess I'll just go up and...
These swords are pretty rad. I would... If there was a religion based around swords, I'd consider it.
Excuse me, sword priest coming through.
Although, I'm gonna be honest, like, I would rather be a spear priest.
That's fair.
Spears are cooler than swords. I'm just gonna say it.
Whee.
But maces are cooler than both. I feel like the mace is an underrated weapon.
Yeah. Too close to pickpocket is my favorite.
That's
Oh,
stupid.
too-
That is the worst.
too
Why would that be a thing?
I was too close to pickpocket on one side of the well, and then too far to pickpocket on the other side.
wishes to have repairs completed as soon as
That's
possible.
dumb.
It's been to
It's because you have to start the pickpocketing mission,
It's clever.
and if you're too
Oh.
close, they'll
You should deliver it.
For once, it seems
they'll
things might
see
go
you,
our
and if
way.
you're too far away, you
Not by
can't hear them talk about
the Bible
stuff.
does say God
I
helps
guess.
those who help
I don't
themselves.
know.
Nah, it doesn't actually. That's from one of
Just
these
stand right next to this
The
guard.
Bible says
Yeah.
quite the opposite, in fact. Many passages of being patient and faithful.
Didn't the guards
and waiting
not
for
want you in
Lord
the
to
building?
decide if he wishes
Only
to
the
assist.
front door guards
Well,
didn't
I
want me in the
say we
building.
Oh,
wait
okay.
The rest of the guards are
There's
fine
no
with me.
argument from
Oh,
me.
okay. So the front
Very
door
well.
guards are just
I'm all
racist.
set.
Yes. Racist
Okay.
against sword priests.
Jerks.
Excuse me, sir. I'll take that. Thank you. Oh man, only Sword Priest is around, and Sword Priest would never steal from me.
I mean, he's a priest. He wouldn't do that. It's messed up.
Yeah. Priest would never do anything to harm anyone.
Yeah.
Like,
It's against their religion, so obviously they wouldn't do it.
did you see that story?
You're gonna have to be more specific. When
About
we're
the
talking about priests doing things wrong.
the priest who had like a massive collection of child pornography because it was his revenge on God for letting him lose at poker.
No, I hadn't seen that. That's... Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, that was.
Like, it's not the best Revenge on God I've ever heard. Like, he could have gone full Bram Stoker's Dracula, I guess, and become some kind of horrifying monster.
Yeah,
But the other tries to embrace.
That would have been okay.
What good could
that
come
probably
of
would have been
king?
better than the alternative.
Yeah, no, it would have been better than, you know, what he went
You
with.
knows, if you would only listen. Stand up, friends. Do not allow yourself to be set to slaughter based on the whims and wishes of an uncertain king. We must rely on men who are stronger in their convictions. Men like William of
And then the
Buckford.
conversation grinds to a halt.
Well, I mean,
It's-
how do you move past that? I thought you were just gonna bring up that like giant orgy in Vatican City.
No, but that's, you know, sometimes sometimes the Pope just needs to have a giant orgy.
Well, it was in the papal apartments. It was one of the cardinal's assistants or something decided to have a gay drug-fueled orgy.
Because that's a good idea to have in the Vatican.
I mean, where else?
I mean, just walk for 20 minutes and
but
go
how
to
many times are
Italy.
you gonna get a chance to have the gay drug orgy in the Vatican? Like, maybe that's what did it for you.
I
It's like you
mean,
can just go have a gay drug-fueled orgy in a seedy hotel, sure, but in the Vatican? Scandalous.
ow, please.
Just attack that man?
I'm supposed to.
Okay. I thought you were supposed to pickpocket him, and I was very...
No, the pickpocketing was a different mission.
Okay. Stop. The other guy is punching you.
That,
Not.
yes, that
What is it you
hurt.
want? Gold? I've a few pieces on me. Take them. Take them and go.
It's not
This
gold, I
combat seems
but
real good.
information.
I know nothing.
The punching combat in Assassin's Creed has never been its strong suit,
The
and
amount
then
will the
of
king be
punches to
gone?
the back of the head you took during that fist fight.
But it won't help you.
they got
Sure,
rid of
right.
it
And William will
in
retire to lecture the soldiers,
Brotherhood, I
so it always
think.
goes. Richard berates
Could have sworn
William.
you could still punch
William
someone.
berates his men.
I could be
Oh
wrong.
yeah, because you could like,
I already
because
told
well
you.
they made it slightly better because they added like the
I never
pick up
said he
dirt
needs to
and
see
throw
me.
it at people move.
Then our business is done.
Not yet, I'm afraid.
But
one last
they
thing.
definitely got rid of it
What is it?
after a certain point. Well, I say got rid of it, but then they also did in Syndicate. There are like fight clubs that you can go to.
I mean, fight clubs are cool.
Yeah.
Underground fight clubs are the coolest thing. Well, the coolest thing next to like sanctioned fight clubs.
Like Lucha Underground.
By that I mean like gladiator rings.
Oh. So like
Lucha
Lucha.
Underground is by definition an underground fight club.
That's true. But I mean, it does have a sanction.
It's in the name.
It has a sanctioning body.
Yeah, but they're still on the run from the cops and the feds.
That's true.
Like, underground is in the name. You do not tell me that Dario Cueto
Is above
any amount
board.
of went through any amount of official paperwork to get that place sanctioned. I refuse to believe Dario Cueto has ever done anything on the books.
Back again, Altair. Always in need of a hand to do your dirty work. This time,
Oh,
Al-Mualim
right. How
did
about
not
that
order
whole
anything.
Yakuza
It is
thing?
just for my own
Yeah,
special
that's the
advantage.
wrong anime
Mafia
Yakuza team.
flags I've hidden
We've
in
had this
sensitive
discussion before.
Yeah.
I'm a loyal
You're not
assassin,
wrong.
Unlike others,
I agree with
I
you.
will tell you what people are saying in Akka. It is important information. This time,
Also, I just
Sat
don't, I
come
don't know
back
how
to
I
me
feel about
faster
that
than the
Kiwami
first
too.
time.
I am okay with it because as
I would be
someone,
more okay with it if Majima wasn't playable. I don't care about Majima. That's my Yakuza secret. I don't care about Majima.
I used to
It's
not.
why I have not gone back to Yakuza 0 is that I'm in the middle of playing as Majima, and I could not, like, his story is probably going to end up tragic and a little crazy, whatever. Like, I'm sure it'll be interesting, but I could not care less, and I'm stuck playing as him to get back to Kiryu, and I don't want to. I don't care about Majima. I like almost every other playable character. Like, except for Baseball Guy. I never give a shit about Baseball Guy.
Baseball guy is weird, and
But,
his
like,
his fighting
just-
style is
I
bad.
just don't care. I just don't care about Majima. It's like he's the boss villain guy who became a character. but like I don't care.
You got mad.
I want to see Kiryu's story. That's what I'm interested about in Yakuza 0.
Your hard work is
But
changing
what
my
about the
opinion.
Majima Anywhere
Here
system
is
in
what I know
Yakuza
about
Kiwami
William of
1?
Montferrat.
See, that's fine.
He and Richard
Because that's
had
just
a
fighting.
disagreement before
Yeah.
the king left for Jaffa.
And
It's
you
like,
get
hey, do you want just
Since
fights
then,
everywhere?
William stayed
Yes,
in
of
his
course I
citadel,
want fights.
surrounded by
I
his
want
army.
Majima to
Do
be
you
like
have
the
what it
assassins
takes
you
to
get in
attack him in
Brotherhood,
this
where he's just
protected
erupting out of
environment?
any given
We'll
doorway,
see, but I am still
out of manholes.
or in a hostess club.
Yeah. Like, I love that concept. I like that idea. The Majima Anywhere system is
that's-
fantastic. But I don't care to play as Majima at all. Also, I just don't like his fighting styles.
I will admit that I'm still mostly interested in Kiwami 2 as someone who has not played Yakuza 2. And supposedly they're going to work in, well, indirect Yakuza 0 spoilers. They're working in Makoto into Yakuza 2 somehow.
What news?
Grim, I finished my scout. A direct assault won't work.
What's the trouble?
Archers. He's got them.
And I
all
also
over the
kind of
fortress.
liked
And no easy way to reach them. They pick us off.
Big
before
Tan
we've made it 10
Man
feet inside.
Negoshi's comment
kept a
on
record,
remakes.
Aye, I've marked their
In that he had to
positions
kind of be convinced
others,
kicking
no
and
doubt they'll
screaming
have this,
into
Very well.
Kiwami.
I'll go at once.
Because he was like, no, why would I remake it? It was
Why would I
already...
remake it? Go play the old one, you idiots.
Yeah. And then his kind of reaction to that eventually became, okay, I'll remake it, but I want to put a bunch of crazy new stuff in it.
Yeah. That's how every remake should be.
Yeah.
Every remake should be like the Twin Snakes.
Which is also kind of why I'm okay with an extra Majima thing in there, because that's crazy and sounds like exactly what Nagoshi was talking about.
Yeah.
Also, how about that new guy?
How about what? New guy?
Yeah, the new Yakuza protagonist.
Oh, wait. You mean the dude from the online thing, or...
But he's also going to be in Yakuza 7.
Wait, is that how that works?
They showed a clip from Yakuza 7.
Perhaps it was unwise to embrace William.
Did not see that.
He is old and thinks too much of him.
Kazuga Ichiban or whatever.
Guy with crazy hair.
Guy with crazy hair who
I
kind
saw
of
that dude.
looks like Miguel from Tekken.
A little.
Aye, they must not fall.
And I will say that the first comment I saw on it was kind of my reaction was, that's not Akiyama, but
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes, I guess.
The less you know, the better. Just do as you've been instructed. Deliver the letter you can.
Because man, Akiyama is the best.
It's definitely a weird character to go with.
After Kiryu.
Yeah. It's a weird way to go, is to go with another old guy.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh, okay, never mind. I've turned the corner. This is now really dumb.
Oh.
Did you read that guy's backstory?
No. I just saw that his name was
Tell me
Kazuga
if-
Ichiban.
Tell me if this sounds familiar. On January 1st, 2001, he took the rap for a crime committed by a subordinate of the same family.
Huh,
He was
hmm.
17 years in prison and is now returning to his hometown of Kamurocho.
Huh. That's... I'd never seen that one before.
Yeah. A bold new twist on the Yakuza formula.
Yeah.
That's real dumb. That's really stupid.
That's kind of dumb.
I wanted to give the new guy a chance right up until I read that. Now I'm like, nah, fuck it.
That's not Akiyama.
That's also not Kinshiro. You did see that thing.
Yes, and I'm still saying wrong anime.
It is.
Oh God, don't kill me! Oh, it's you, Altair. You scared me. Richard's men are after me. 2 of them, to be exact. I was trying to strike a deal with them, but I realized that they were toying with me, so I ran away.
I also like that for like the name of the video game is like I want to say that it translates to like a North Star or something. Because it's like Hokuto Gagoroku, like Ryo Gagoroku. I don't speak Japanese. Forgive my terrible pronunciation.
It's fine.
Nope. That's... Don't assassinate the informant. That's probably a bad idea.
Qu'est-ce que tu veux?
Why do all the hobos hate me? It's incredibly rude.
I'm gonna be honest, Fist of the North Star has never been that interesting to me, so... Like, I don't know. It's interesting. Yakuza guys are probably the best guys to make that game.
Yeah. I mean, if it comes out, I'll...
Fist of the North Star plus Heat Actions.
Yeah. Like, if it comes out here, I'll probably give it a shot, even as someone who doesn't like Fist of the North Star, but as someone who really likes the Yakuza team.
Yeah.
And wants
like,
them.
hey, guess what? They made Binary Domain, and that was fucking rad.
Yeah, and I kind of want...
bet this game will probably also be cool.
I kind of want them to branch out more, because when they do, it's kind of great.
Yeah, branch out more, in the direction of more anime games.
And maybe, you know, with that cyberpunk edge on it, because Binary Domain was really, really good. I bet if, you know, to have them do an original story in some kind of cyberpunk-esque anime or manga series.
Cut to them making a Shadowrun game.
Sold!
Man, can you imagine, like... See, now I'm just going back to our old discussion of the Ghost in the Shell thing.
Yeah.
But instead of that, what if all the people in Kamurocho were Shadowrunners? What if Kiryu and Akiyama and all of them were just a Shadowrun team?
Sure. That I'm also okay with that. See, where I thought you were going with this was like, alright, I can't wait for the Yakuza team's take on Ergo Proxy.
God damn it. I mean, you know what? Fair enough. I would also give that a shot, even though I don't know goddamn anything about Ergo Proxy aside from that one lady who looks really cool.
Ergo Proxy is
Am I
alright.
thinking of the right thing?
Probably. It's the one with...
Does it have the lady with the super dark eyeshadow?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the one. Yes, her. She looks cool.
She does.
I know nothing else about that show. I have that entire show on DVD, like, off to the side right now. I could just watch it whenever I want, but I never have.
I watched the first couple... I watched a couple of episodes of it and really liked it, but then never finished it. I also really like that the ending theme is a Radiohead song.
And armed myself with knowledge. Speak, and I will judge. William's host is large, and many men call him master, but he's not.
As someone who likes
He
Radiohead.
and King Richard do not see eye to eye.
It's true, they've never been close.
This works to my advantage. Richard's visit has upset him.
Radiohead
Once the king has left, William will retreat into his fortress to brood. He'll be distracted. That's when I will strike.
You're sure of this?
As sure as I can be. And if things change, I'll adapt.
Then I give you leave to go. End the life of Montferrat, that we may call this city free.
I'll return when the deed's been done.
Fast forwarding.
Memory fast forward is my favorite not loading screen text. Just the fact that every time it's every time you kind of complete a thing and it needs to skip ahead and load a new world state, it just says memory fast forward. Like, that's super dumb, but it's kind of amusing.
It's fine. Also, sorry, I'm on the side. I am reading Twin Peaks theories.
All right, that's...
And there are a lot of those.
That's fair.
Just people who are like, what the fuck is going on? Here's what I think. And all of them are different, because nobody can agree what the fuck is going on. It's great.
I really should watch that new Twin Peaks.
You should. How do you feel about David Bowie?
Positively.
Then you should watch that new Twin Peaks.
What?
Yeah, be confused. Everyone else is.
What?
Yeah, keep being confused. Watch Twin Peaks sometime, fucker.
Yeah, okay.
Did he fake his death? Probably.
That seems no.
No, he did not actually fake his own death.
But that seems like a
That
David
said,
Bowie thing to
I
do.
wouldn't put it past Lynch to pull that off.
Yeah.
But it is amazing how important David Bowie is to the new series, is all I'm gonna say.
You've no reason to be here. Leave now.
Remain fixed in your beliefs, though the road is long and your trials many. Know that God watches over you. It is His hand. And so He punishes,
Doop doop doop.
sends hordes of heathen warriors.
No reason to stand there.
Where this man is at, yo. There that man is at.
3,000 souls, William. I was told they would be held as prisoners and used to barter for the release of our men.
The Saracens
He's on a
would
horse.
not have honored their end of the bargain. You know this to be true. I did you a favor.
Oh, yeah.
And has crazy lighting
A
glitches on
great
his face.
favor indeed. Now our enemies will be that much stronger
In
in
an
their
Assassin's
conviction.
Creed game.
Fight that much harder.
That seems unlikely.
Also, that dude's hair is freaking me out.
So I guess it's considering I should just be glad he has a
How
face.
is it
Yeah,
know
you know.
the intentions of our
What was I?
enemies so
Oh,
well?
XCOM. I was playing
You who
XCOM
forsake the
2
field of
recently,
battle to play
and one of my people
politics.
totally loaded
I
in
did what
Assassin's
was
Creed
right.
Unity
What
style
was
with
just?
just
You
floating
swore an
eyes
oath
and
to uphold
teeth.
the work of
That's
God,
terrifying.
That was pretty good.
But
Yeah,
that
it was
is not what I
like
see
I
here.
could not tell what
No.
was happening to that person's
see a man
face
who's
until I got
properly.
like into a close
Your
up view. It's
words
like,
are
oh
most
god,
unkind, my
something
liege.
went wrong with that
I
character
would hope
generation.
I might have earned your trust by now.
You are Atlas Regent, William, set to rule in my stead. How much more trust is required? Perhaps you'd like my crown.
You missed the point. This is nothing new.
I should play more Vita
Not as I'd
XCOM
like to waste my day trading words with you. I've a war to
because
fight.
they made a
We'll have to
Vita
continue this
XCOM
another
for some
time.
reason.
Do not let me delay you then, Your Grace.
XCOM like that. I'm honestly not sure which I think I prefer the original XCOM. Or not like
Not the original
It's
XCOM,
the
but
original
the
Fire Access
Tell
XCOM.
Lord that
Yeah.
I wish to speak with the troops.
Whichever one,
We
Enemy
must
Unknown?
ensure that
Yes.
everyone is doing their
There
part.
we go. That
Warn
one.
them
I
that any
prefer that
negligence will be
to
severely
the
punished.
XCOM 2.
I'm in no mood to be trifled with today.
XCOM 2 is still alright, but it took a
The
lot
rest
of
of you,
mods to make
follow
it
me.
right. That man has a dumb haircut.
he really does, and I'm not sure if I'm supposed to kill the man on the horse or the man with the dumb haircut. I kind of hope it's the
Why
man.
not both?
Okay, it's the man with the dumb haircut.
Then, yeah, that makes sense. Because otherwise you'd have to go find the guy on the horse. He already rode off.
Yeah.
When is he going to stop this nonsense?
Can I, like,
It wouldn't be funny if he hurt himself.
I bet those people won't let me into the fort. Or no, they will. That's nice. I like when people let me. Oh, they won't let me go that way though. Whoa, those people popped in. That was weird. Oh, oh dear. These people are very upset that I knocked the box out of that man's hand. They're like, that was a dick move, bro. We gotta kill you. And then I'm just like, kidney punch. Ow. listen to the building camera. It's fine. Come on. One at a time. There you go. I can't see. That's a camera clipping into a building right there. Right in the butt. There we go. Now I can get over here. Hooray. Whoops. Well. That was dumb. Well, now I'm into it now. Hit dumb haircut, man. There we go. There we go. That's what you get for having a terrible haircut.
What do you know of my work? I know that you are going to murder Richard.
Also, I'm really glad that like all of those guards are just letting us have this, you know, nice discussion. Yeah. It's rude if you don't.
The Oncino is no better.
I mean, he's a sword priest. You can't interrupt a confession.
Yeah. It's, you know,
it's against the religion, very distasteful.
Then who?
The city belongs to
it's
people.
parishioner
Speak for the citizens.
Priest privilege.
Discipline them without
something.
mercy. Force them into service
these things are dumb.
Everything I did, I did to
I'm really
protect
glad
them
these
from
aren't
you
in the
were.
other games, right?
Stole their food.
They're
Only this one.
I took
they're in
possession
Assassin's
so
Creed
that when
2
the lean times came,
and
Really glad that I got one
maybe
that didn't have
Brotherhood.
these. I'm pretty sure they were not on Brotherhood. I don't remember the last.
my distance
They're not
is
quite as
without
long
pride.
in
Save
Assassin's
those
Creed
committed
2.
by you and your ilk.
That's good.
And as for the
But
conscription,
the
they were not
make
being
no
trained to
sense.
fight. They were being
because
taught
you
the
gotta
values
have,
of
you know,
order and
the
discipline.
Requiescat in Pace thing.
No matter how noble you believe your intentions,
I feel like
these acts are cruel and cannot
I don't
be
think
believed.
there's this, but
That's why Kojima liked this game so much and included the thing in Metal Gear Solid 4. Is that he was like, man, getting the villains' motivations after they die is great.
But rather than
maybe.
the end, you'll have only yourself to blame.
It's totally cool. You kill the guy and then you get their backstory and motivation.
Excuse me. Nope. I want to just run, please. Thank you.
This is an extremely long conversation to have with a man you just stabbed in the throat.
Yeah. That guy is paying no attention. Freedom! Shit. How do I get down? Oh geez. I don't see any hay bales. Oh, we are so dead. Oops. I really hope that I don't have to kill Haircut
Use
again.
the action view to gather information about your surroundings.
Oh good, I don't have to kill Hair. Oh wait, no, I do have. Wait, no, that's not Hair. No, is that Haircut? No, that's not Haircut. Yeah, the assassin target isn't on the thing, so we out. Look at all those people just run face first into a wall. Good guards. Oh, excuse me. There we go. This is how you get down. Very carefully. Oh, please don't die. Thank you. And now we run away. Boy, will I be super glad when we finish this game and get to, you know, the good ones. Not that this isn't, you know, just an incredible piece of game design, but it's just a little bit on the repetitive side. Oops. Well, keep running.
Okay, that's enough reading about people trying to make sense of things.
Because spoiler alert, they can't.
I don't think anyone can.
Nope. Nope. Unhook. Thank you. Can David Lynch even make sense of Twin Peaks?
I think he could. I think he doesn't care to.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
The new season feels like you were injecting Lynch's stream of consciousness into your body. If you could freebase a person, that's what that season is.
Oh, don't throw me off the building. He threw me off the building, make me mad.
That's rough.
And then he
not have gotten thrown off.
And then he fell off the building and died. That was funny.
You should know
I really like that he just tossed you off the top end of it.
Yeah.
It's a good tactic. You took no damage from it, pretty much. You have a lot of health compared to where you started out.
I do. I think I even have more health than I did in the abilities.
I forgot this game had abilities.
I think this is the only Assassin's Creed game that has an abilities. Or no, I think Brotherhood does.
You might be right.
Because they have the spoiler alert for, you know, decade-old games, because they have the thing where at the beginning of Assassin's Creed Brotherhood it's like, Mario Auditore led me to this spot. This is my Italian accent, it's very bad.
Forgot about Mario.
Oh, how could you forget about Mario, the man who introduces himself as It's-a-me, Mario.
Good point.
And then, because at the end of the game they put in the full quote, because he dies. Spoiler. Again, for a, you know, decade-old video. Oh, Jesus. What? What?
I'm watching to see what happened. Killed that man. Well, no, he's not dead. Now he's dead. Ladder.
It was a dick move.
Wait, that was one of your guys.
No, it wasn't.
Wait, it's not?
He had a
What
temp.
was that?
He was a Templars.
Guard?
Yeah.
Okay.
And why he didn't?
He's dressed kind of like you, so I thought it was one of your dudes.
What?
And also, he didn't press the attack. He
No.
just left.
Yeah.
He just kicked you in the face, slid down the ladder, and then walked away.
No.
Yeah.
It was the perfect time for him
Just
to
let you know what was up.
Strange.
It's like,
I was
yeah,
certain
by
that
the
was
way,
not Afrikaans.
F
He
off.
claimed this was not his plan. You cannot trust the words of a snake, which even in death produces venom. I should discuss this with Al-Muallim. Yes, my friend. Make haste for Masiah. I am sure he is eager for news.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Huh. Apparently, Target put up a pre-order page for Bethesda Game of Thrones.
Oh lord.
How many? So we've had Telltale,
Should you enter,
Atlas, and now
guards will
Bethesda
not
making
keep.
Game of Thrones video
Withdrawing
games.
your weapon will turn them hostile.
Come, Altair. I would have news of your progress.
I've done as you've asked.
Good, good. I sense your thoughts are elsewhere. Speak your mind.
Each man I'm sent to kill speaks cryptic words to me. Each time I come to you and ask for answers. Each time you give only riddles in exchange. But no more.
Other fun Assassin's Creed tidbits from that
I'm the one who does the
thing,
killing.
because I found the
If you
gaff
want it to
thread about it.
continue, you'll speak
When
strictly
asked
for
about the
once.
movie, he said,
Tread
I didn't
carefully,
like it.
boy. I do not like your tone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I do not like your deception.
I have offered you a
Also, he was
chance
not a
to
fan of the
restore
fact
your
that it
lost
became
honor.
kind of this annualized thing,
Taken
and then
by
said
you.
that
And then you sent
the
me
fact
to
that
fetch it
people
again like
are
some
suddenly
damn
psyched
dog.
for the Egyptian
seems
one
I'll need
means
to
that they
find
should maybe
another.
back off the
A
annualizing
shame.
thing.
You showed great potential.
I think if you had another, you'd have sent him long ago. You said the answer to my question would arise when I no longer needed to ask it. So I will not ask. I demand you tell me what binds these men.
What's
What
up?
you say is true.
Oh, I
These
think
men are connected.
the McGregor
by a
Mayweather
blood
fight
oath
might already
not
be
unlike
over.
our own.
I don't think it's I don't think it's started yet.
There are two people in the ring, so I'm assuming. Oh wait, never mind. It's like a whole thing.
Yeah,
Bear this out.
yeah.
All of
Okay.
these men.
I honestly thought it was
leaders
just
of
gonna be a
cities,
thing. Like,
commanders
it's
of
just
armies.
these two.
All
Just nobody cares
pledge
about anybody
allegiance
else
to his
tonight.
cause.
Their works are
No,
not
apparently
meant
it
to be
is.
viewed on
There's
their own,
other
are they?
boxing happening.
But as a whole,
Yep.
what do they desire?
Conquest. They seek the Holy Land not in the name of God, but for
That's real
themselves.
dumb.
Also, I was
What of
looking up
Richard?
a
Salahuddin?
game called
Any who
Astyanax
oppose the
or
temples
Astyanax or
will be
something
Yeah.
like that.
destroyed.
Because
I've
you
heard of
donated
that.
to
Means
the
to
Goodwill.
accomplish it.
Huh.
Then they must
And I was like,
be
what is
stopped.
this?
That is
I from what I remember, not great.
to ensure a future free of such things.
Why did you hide the truth from
I was
me?
looking it up to see, like, is this
might
valuable in
pierce
any way,
the
shape, or
veil
form? And the
yourself.
answer is no, not really.
Like any task, knowledge precedes action.
You never know, some
Information
terrible
learned
games,
is
people
more
are like,
valuable
you know,
than
they're hard to
information
find or
given.
whatever.
Like
So an actual copy might be worth
Reasoned
something.
behavior.
like every time I have found a copy of Funky Barn, it's like
Your mission
$40.
has not changed.
Okay, I have to talk to
Deal
somebody
with
about this, because
context
nobody reacted the
within
last
which
time I
you
said it,
perceive
and I feel the need to
And
repeat it.
armed with this
Okay.
knowledge,
There
I
are
might better
3
understand
Altered
those Templars
Beast
that remain.
games.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to
I
know?
did. How?
The treasure Malik
How is that?
retrieved from Solomon's temple.
One of them is a PS2
Versus
game.
desperate to
Yeah.
get it back.
Like a full game, not a canceled project or
All will
something.
become
Yeah.
clear.
It's like it actually came out and had a
Templars
story
have
and an
revealed
ending and
itself to you.
cutscenes. Like a lot of
So too
cutscenes.
will
Wasn't there a
the nature of
PS3
the
one
treasure.
too? Or
Now
so.
take comfort in the fact
I think it was just
it
the
is
3.
not in their hands.
There was just the old
Maybe
one
it's
and
Golden
Game Boy
Axe.
Advance.
This is your desire.
Maybe.
I think there's a PS3 Golden Axe game.
You are restored another rank. Take back
My
your
my
rank.
secret is that I
Use it to bring
constantly
honor
mix
to the
up
Brotherhood.
Altered Beast and Golden Axe.
Altair,
Before you go,
Apparently there is
Yes?
a PS3 Gold Max.
how did
Gold
you
Max
know I
Beast
wouldn't
Rider.
kill you?
Yeah,
Truth be told,
that's
Master,
yeah.
Apparently it
I've
wasn't
seen
great.
that. Yeah.
I took a leap of
Yeah.
faith.
Also, I'd never heard of it. But yeah, I did not know there were any more Altered Beast games.
I'm pretty sure that like, because I think there were is it that there were like 2 Genesis ones and then the PS2 one, or
I think there was like
maybe it was on the Saturn or something. I know that somewhat recently I bought the
apparently it came out of a lot of stuff actually.
yeah, I bought that Sonic Ultimate Genesis collection on the PlayStation Triple.
Mm-hmm.
And I know it has Altered Beast on it, but I didn't play it.
Oh. Apparently, in Project X Zone 2, one of Ulala's attacks, one
Yeah.
of her attacks summons the werewolf dude from Altered Beast.
Huh.
Because why not?
Yeah. Whoops, that's not a thing that'll lead me to a hay bale. That is, though.
But yeah, I never knew there were more, and I just went down this weird hole of like, I found a playthrough of the original Altered Beast and watched it, because I was like, I want to see the ending of that game. It's been forever since I've, played and beaten it. And then I saw the ending and looked over to the side, and there was the thing for the Game Boy game, or the Game Boy Advance game, and I was like, oh, that's weird, I didn't know there was a sequel. So then I watched that, and then I looked over to the side, and there was another thing for, like, all cutscenes from Project Altered Beast, or, like, all transformations or whatever. And I was like,
what?
That's, like, I looked at it, and I literally wrote it off in my head. It's like, that's some kind of weird fan project thing, like, somebody made, like, practicing CG animation, made a bunch of videos or something.
Nope, that's...
And then I looked up higher, and there was a thing of, like, Project Altered Beast Stage 1 walkthrough. And I was like, oh, they must have been, like, planning to make a game and then canceled it. And then I clicked on that, and there was a link to Stage 2, and I looked, and there was, like, a full playthrough of the game, which I watched, and it wasn't until, like, Stage 4 or 5 walkthrough, like, it wasn't until I watched about 2 hours worth of footage that I realized, like, this is an actual thing that came out. I was in a state of denial up until that point of, like, I was continually looking at it going, like, this must be a game they started and then canceled, and it just never got released.
And, like, the prototype slipped out.
Yeah, like, so a disc got out, or something, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, the ISO got ripped and uploaded somewhere. But no, yeah, it's a real game, apparently.
To block your pursuers and break their line of
And
sight.
honestly, it didn't look half bad. Like, there was production value put into that. People spent money. Somebody wrote a plot. It's just really weird. In my head, Altered Beast had always just been that terrible game that a billion people played way back in the day on the Genesis or whatever.
Oh, apparently it never came out in North America.
Yeah, there was never a North... It was Japan and Europe.
Yep.
No North American release, I believe.
Please be more careful. I'm not hurt. I was very lucky young.
Screw Attack named Project Altered Beast as the 10th worst game on their top 10 worst 2D to 3D video games.
That feels harsh, because that game looked okay. From the walkthrough I watched, at least.
Yeah.
Like, it looked better than all of those Castlevania games they made, which is not a high bar, I'll admit, but... Well, up until Lament of Innocence and Curse of Darkness, those two were legitimately good. But I mean, like, Castlevania 64 and stuff like that.
It's a fun speedrun to watch. That time I was sitting near the front and watching that speedrun. The second Castlevania 64 game that has a...
Whichever one had the werewolf guy?
Yes.
I think that was the second one. Or was that the first one?
I want to say that, like, what he was saying was that the second one was basically the first one, but it had more characters in it.
Okay. Yeah, like, that was a thing of, like, they were kind of the same game, if I remember right, but one of them you were a werewolf guy, and the other one you could pick like a knight or a magician chick. Or
Yes.
something like that?
Yes, they played as the magician chick, I believe.
Okay. Also, I just want to point this out there. Telltale's Guardians of the Galaxy Episode 3 is titled More Than a Feeling.
Yes, they're all named after songs.
Yeah, I know.
And some of them don't make sense for the genre of music that Guardians of the Galaxy, the movie, pulls from. Like, I really don't... Boston is not what I think of when I think of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like, really the only one that made sense was the first episode was a Bob Dylan song. I was like, okay, yeah. That makes sense. And then the rest of them were like arena rock from the late 70s. I'm like, what? No.
Safety and peace, Malik.
Word that the city was possessed of either. Why do you trouble me today?
Al-Mualim has marked Majd-ud-Din for death. What can you tell me about him?
Salah ad-Din's absence has left the city without a proper leader. And Majd-ud-Din
And it's
has
coming
itself
to
play the
Switch.
fear and intimidation get him
Along
response.
with Batman Season
He has no
2.
claim to the position.
That ends today.
I'm
Also-
pretty sure that my local
This is
store
not
where I
some
usually
slave
buy
we're
games when
discussing.
I'm just walking by
He rules
is given
Jerusalem
up
and
on
is well
ordering new
protected
video
because of
games.
it.
They've
I
not had any new
suggest
releases
plan
in
your attack
like
carefully.
a while.
Get to better know your prey.
With your help,
It's like that's
I
a
will.
bummer because they're
Where
really
would you have me
convenient to
begin my
just walk
search?
by and get.
What's this?
And it's just like a little
You're
electronics
actually asking for
department
my
of a
assistance
different
instead
store.
of demanding it.
So I can totally understand why they
impressed.
would go like, we aren't
Yeah.
making a lot of money on
Wish.
this.
Here's where I would look. First,
That's
to the
it,
southwest
still
near the mosque. After that, head south of here. There are two locations that might interest you. The southernmost church is one, the other is in the streets,
I
near a
really hope I
synagogue.
can get one of those Metro Amiibos.
Thank you for your help.
Okay, I feel like they
Don't follow
renamed
this
one of
up,
those
Altair.
episodes. Because I don't remember Who Needs You being a thing, and that also makes
Me
more
either.
more sense than whatever it could possibly have been before, because it's apparently like a Four Lads song. I'm like, yeah, okay, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But like, no, seriously, Under Pressure, More Than a Feeling, and Don't Stop Believin' are... I don't remember any arena rock in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Like, the closest I could think of would be the part where the first one had Cherry Bomb in it, but I think that's just because that might be James Gunn's favorite song.
I mean, there's evidence to support that.
It's in two different James Gunn things, to my knowledge.
It's really good, to be
potentially more. Yeah, you're not wrong.
Also, it works really well in both of the things it's in.
Yes.
It's amazing how effective those Guardians of the Galaxy movies are at making things that Marvel made and forgot about be interesting.
Yeah.
Like, those movies pull from a lot of really obscure bullshit and make it actually good. And with stuff that Marvel hasn't touched in ages. Like, the whole weird race of golden people, I can't even remember the last time they got fucking brought up. I think it was like the 70s.
The Sovereign?
Yeah, them. Like, I don't even remember the last time they fucking showed up. I could go look that up, actually. Do I care enough? No. No, I don't.
Isn't,
I mean, Adam Warlock
Yeah.
is from them, so... And that's the implication from the...
From the
first
ending,
ones.
yeah.
Spoilers for that.
Leave this.
Spoilers for that thing I just spoiled.
Yeah. We're super good at spoiler things.
Oh, yeah. We're really good.
We don't spoil things like, you know, the ending to Persona 5.
Oh, totally not. In my defense, I was too used to your streams, where usually you have, like, setup
Yeah.
and just sitting in the Discord talking before it happens, and then you explicitly say, okay, now the stream is starting. So I was just waiting for Grav to go like, okay, we're about to start streaming.
Oops.
Yeah. Well, luckily no one watches. Well, to be fair, Grav is like one of us that people actually watch, so
Yeah.
bad luck.
I need you to, well, you probably don't know. I would really like you to tell me that this thing that I found is not shit, because I'm going to start looking for it. Because I was looking up the dumb pictures from the Hawkeye book I bought to put in the chat to say, man, sometimes comic books are great.
Yeah? Did you find something ungreat?
No, I found something that has the potential to be great, but also the potential to be terrible.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Lady Hawkeye and Jessica Jones series.
So I actually know nothing about that.
Okay.
Although I will say comics Jessica Jones is not as interesting as
Netflix Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
It is.
Oh, hey. I didn't even notice I made the jump into the new region because I was just following the invisible plot wall.
I don't remember if it happened during the Jessica Jones show. I don't remember it, but there was a bit in the comic where Jessica Jones actually convinced someone she was bulletproof, and that was really good. I don't remember if that happened during the Jessica Jones show.
I want to say, if not something like that, then something similar-ish happened with, like, that one about, oh yeah, I'm super powered and I've got a bunch of friends and we're just gonna get ya. And I can't remember. It was one of the incidental mysteries of, like, the people trying to, like, some wife was
Yeah, the lady trying to kill the superheroes or the superpowered people or whatever.
Yeah.
I remember that whole thing. In the comics, it was a really good bit where she was interrogating some rich guy on a golf course, and one of the people pulled a gun on her, and she was like, I'm a superhero. If you shoot me, all you're going to do is ruin my jacket, and then I'm going to stuff that gun up your ass. And which one of us do you think is going to be more hurt by that? And then he was like, okay, fine, and put the gun away. And she was like, I was bluffing, I just really like this jacket.
As you do. Wait. Oh, Jesus Christ. Why? Sorry, I read the, I had the Wikipedia page open for the Telltale Guardians of the Galaxy thing. And I read the plot detail.
Oh, Lord. I haven't even done that.
And I thought the idea was that this was supposed to be, like, you know, somewhat related to the movies. When, boy, reading that plot detail means clearly it is not. Which is probably for the best, because I can imagine Telltale going up to James Gunn and being like, hey, we want to do this, and then James Gunn laughing in their faces. Being like, yeah, no. Is the Eternity Forge a thing in the comics?
Not that I know of.
Because that sounds super dumb.
I mean, it probably is, because Cosmic Marvel is big and stupid. Like, everything is a thing if you look back through old enough comics, I'm sure.
Isn't Taserface a real thing?
Yeah, no,
okay. Thanks, Taserface.
Okay, no, apparently, as far as I can tell, the Eternity Forge is only in Telltale Games.
Okay, good, because that's really dumb. Whoops.
I'd leave if I were you. Your presence annoys me.
All I ask is for a few coins. Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and
Nope. Dang it. Go down. Okay, thank you.
God save him. He's gone mad. Leave now.
But no, I've been actively avoiding finding out anything about the plot details of new Telltale stuff. Because, God, I don't care, and it's just gonna make me sad. I don't want to do things that are gonna make me sad.
I've been kind of keeping tabs on the Guardians of the Galaxy one because I know it's gonna make me rationally angry, and sometimes you just need that, you know.
Sometimes you need that. I mean, that's why occasionally I catch up on Game of Thrones and how stupid that's not. It's like, man, you guys writing the show really missed the point, like a lot.
Man, also, I'm just reading this thing and being like, man, that seems like a deal breaker. Why is it getting positive reviews? Because it's earning praise for its story, voice acting, action sequences, and portrayal of the Guardians of the Galaxy, although its humor, animation, and technical issues have been criticized. Like, I feel like those...
like big parts.
Yeah.
Like gigantic parts, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe Telltale will find their niche, because man, the standards are low when it comes to writing in comic books.
I mean, they had a niche, and then they left the niche. Because, like, they actually used to... This is a thing I've gone on about multiple times in the past, but sometimes it just bears repeating, where Telltale used to make good adventure games. Like, straight up. And then they stopped because Jurassic Park happened, and then they were like, well, let's double down on this thing that everybody hates. And then they went to The Walking Dead and went, oh, we doubled down on it super hard and now people like us. Let's double down even harder. Did you see, this is completely out of left field other than I'm done thinking about bad video games and want to think about good video games. Did you see Swery's picture of the outfit for the PAX Rumble?
No.
Oh my god. He's got like a White Owl luchador mask.
Fantastic.
And like vinyl pants. And a robe. It's amazing. Oops, there's a flag.
God save him. He's gone mad.
Also, man, I cannot wait for The Good Life. That game looks
It's forbidden for you to leave.
up my alley in a way that has rarely been seen before. There's an eagle in my crotch.
Those you think you know so well. For none of us is above
Oh,
temptation.
falling off buildings. Excuse me.
Richard take Joppa. There will be no stopping him. He will march on Jerusalem next. We must end this before it has a chance to begin. That city is ours, has always been ours. And it is ours.
Also, man, how about all those video games coming out this week?
What is coming out this week, honestly?
Yakuza Kiwami, Hot Shots Golf, excuse me, Everyone's Golf, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle. I think the first episode of Before the Storm. I think.
I didn't realize that was that soon.
I need to look that up a little bit more. Cause
I'll go with that.
Oh no, it is decisively not. Oops. It's next Thursday, not next Tuesday. Well, so I guess it is next week.
It is next week.
Yeah. There are other things happening besides all of those that I've just named.
Well, I know Metroid is coming out like 2-3 weeks.
Let's see. Next week. Warriors All-Stars.
I'm still kind of considering getting that one. I'm not sure. I'm on the fence.
Wind Jammers. Absolver.
Oh wait, yeah, I remember that is. That's the one Surf was talking about.
Yeah, that is Serve, the video game right there.
That game looks alright, but I'm probably gonna skip it.
Apparently some FMV game inspired by J-horror called Morph Girl.
You will not win.
Never heard of that.
Recore Definitive Edition. What is this? Surf World Series. Developed by Climax? What? Kind of a little bit of everything developer in the UK. They took over Silent Hill before America did. They did Origins and Shattered Memories. They did those 2D.
So I can blame them.
Yeah, they did those 2D Assassin's Creed games. The Assassin's Creed Chronicles. They've done a lot.
Majduddin will help. Only come forward so that he might know their
Uh-oh.
fate.
Is this my internet or is this Giant Bomb?
All hold darkness in our hearts.
Dave! Dave,
you may have mentioned this.
Oh.
Resident Evil Revelations?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bloodforge.
Bloodforge?
Remember Bloodforge?
No.
I want to say that was like the first free-to-play game on Xbox 360.
Is this just the prototype for Hellblade?
It's no. They did the Ghost Rider video game.
Oh wait, do you mean the one that was kind of okay?
Yes. Well, I don't know anything about.
Kind of in big quotation marks, but like, it wasn't the worst. Like the movies.
Hey, Nicolas Cage.
No.
What?
I don't get to finish that.
What's wrong with Nicolas Cage is Johnny Blaze?
A lot of things. I mean, to be fair, Johnny Blaze has never really been that interesting. Because his name is Johnny Blaze.
No relation to Johnny Storm. Can I point out that Johnny Blaze sounds like it would be the better name for the Human Torch?
Maybe they figured it'd be too on the nose. Fun fact, the original Human Torch, a robot.
What?
Yeah.
What?
There was a Human Torch. The Human Torch in Marvel killed him. He was he was on a team. What is it called? There was a team of dudes in World War II. I think they were actually the original Defenders. Let me look this up. I'm pretty sure they were the Defenders.
Would he not then be the robot Torch if he was the...
No, he's the Human Torch. He was an android created. He makes a cameo in the first Captain America, I believe.
Really?
He's in the depot thing, like the Science Expo, where Howard Stark's car fucks up. One of the things is a dude in a tube that has a thing that says like
Huh. It's been a hot second since I've seen that first Captain America movie because I don't like it, but...
Why did they say they were Defenders? Because I thought...
All hold darkness in our hearts. Each day is a struggle to remain strong in our faith. We are only human. We might falter. We might fail. Majduddin is here to see that even when this happens, we are returned to a proper course.
Why do hobos hate me so much?
No, you don't understand. I have nothing. No, you don't understand. I have nothing. What are you doing this? What have I done?
هل تحتاج شيئا؟
تمهل.
Apparently they were literally the invaders.
Huh.
Which is pretty on the nose for the team of superheroes from what they go fight in Germany during World War II.
You're not wrong.
Featuring Captain America, the Human Torch, and Namor.
Namor?
Yeah, Namor the Submariner. He's the dude who's always trying to bang the Invisible Woman. His entire thing is being an underwater hot guy.
Great. Are you telling me that he's just Aquaman?
He's Aquaman if Aquaman was like...
But like Jason Momoa Aquaman?
No, he's like... He's basically Vegeta, but underwater. He always talks about how he's royalty and how awesome he is, and 90% of the time he's just like standing and or slouching around looking hot and trying to seduce the Mr. Fantastic's wife.
There's a real easy setup for a joke here. I'm going to refrain as much as I really want to.
Now I'm really curious.
I mean, the problem is you have to see the obvious joke here and go with it. Have you seen Mr. Fantastic's wife?
Thank you.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Thank you. I'll find a way to repay this kindness,
Yeah.
I swear.
It's not that great of a joke, but I was proud of it in the moment. Ow!
Trying to find a good picture of Namor, and all of these sites have bad, like, just bad links. Comic books hate when you link images.
It's true. Oh, that guy punched me in the dick, except the animation freaked out and he punched me in the nothing, and then I collapsed to the ground.
There you go. Thanks, Comic Vine. I'm gonna post this picture of Namor in the Discord.
That is definitely some smolder right there.
It's basically all he does is stand around looking like that
Came
and
along
hitting
when
on
I
Susan
did.
Storm.
Another minute and they would have made off with me.
And invading New York.
Sure.
He's really mad at people polluting the oceans.
I
so
mean-
he's constantly invading New York.
I mean, that's where he
Also
lives,
because it
so
gives
I
him an
mean...
excuse- also because it gives him an excuse to hit on Susan Storm.
Take what you can get,
Hey, do
man.
you want me to stop invading New York? There's a really easy way. And she's like, no, I'm married. And he's like, yeah, so?
I mean, that's an excellent argument, Namor.
Yeah. So his entire thing is just like he's basically. I don't think he actually can talk. I don't think he can like telepathically communicate with fish or anything like that. He's just crazy strong and fast and agile.
I hope so.
And also above the water, but mostly
Not to take any chances.
mostly underwater.
I'll hurry home.
He gets a power boost
Don't think
underwater.
I'll leave it again
But
anytime
it's pretty
soon
tough
either.
all.
You've done me a kindness, young man. Be
Also,
assured,
he's way the fuck cooler than
I
all.
won't forget it.
I don't know, Jason.
Honestly, by virtue mostly of not being Aquaman.
Yeah, but Jason Momoa, though.
Yeah, but like,
But that movie is the counter argument there.
yeah.
You can't escape. I know you're hiding from me. Come over here. Get out of my way. You can't escape.
Rude. Where is this citizen? Again, did this citizen freak out like the last one did? I hope not. Uh-oh, I think it totally did. Man, guards, why you gotta be all up in my business? I'm just trying to, you know, sword priest it up here. Bench, bench, bench. Sword priest takes a moment to rest.
Just a few coins, please.
Excuse me, pardon me. Sword priest coming through.
ردوها عليك.
Sword priest.
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
Who's done this? Tell me. God save us!
I'm almost filled out. Well, I assume I've almost filled out my health bar. So I'm only
I was gonna say, you can't get that much more, can you?
I don't know. I only have like 2 more spots in the box unless there are 3 rows of health.
Oh, that's what that is. Someone fixed that screen.
Oh, are you watching?
I'm keeping an eye on the boxing thing just to see what happens.
I mean, I have a pretty good inkling of what's gonna happen.
I mean, it seems obvious. Mostly I just want to see if people are upset.
Probably.
The answer is usually yes.
Remember that time CM Punk was in the MMAs? Remember when he lost in like 15 seconds? Good times.
Let's see if we can find a better picture of this planet, because it basically sums up the whole Namor thing.
Praise God, you've saved me. All the city will know of your sacrifice.
Yeah, I think that might be the best version of that panel. Can't get a bigger one. So I'm just gonna post this because, yeah.
Because that's...
This is Namor's entire day, all day.
That's, something.
Uh-huh. That's all he does. Also, he's got tiny wings on his ankles.
Sure.
I always forget about that because, like, why?
He's underwater.
Yeah.
What good will wings give you?
I mean, when he's above water, he can fly. I don't think the wings are involved with that at all, but...
That's mad dumb.
It's really stupid.
They have my son? What is to be done with him?
We did everything we could.
What is to be done with him?
He's to be executed. Today.
No, I won't allow it.
But what can we do? Majduddin will hear no appeals. He says there can be no barter with God's will.
This is not God's will, but madness. I'll go to him myself. Where is he?
He will attend the execution. Perform it even. He enjoys the act. Truly evil man.
We have no time to lose then. Let's go.
Man, these hobos really hate Sword Priest. Whoops. Somehow I live.
Please, can't you spare something? I'm poor and sick and hungry. I beg of you. I beg of you just a few coins.
Also, I feel like these two, like, the last one and this one are way shorter than most of these missions generally are. Considering that normally I generally have enough energy slash drive to do to clear one area and then do like all of the viewpoints, and we're already like halfway through the second mission in one stream. Oh Jesus!
Oh Jesus! I don't know what that was, but it sounded bad.
The cup fell over.
Is it a full cup or an empty cup?
An empty cup, like a plastic.
That's fine then.
Like one that I think had pens in it at one point, but I took all of them and then lost all of them.
Speaking of which, I need to buy more pins. I keep losing mine at work.
I had that problem for a long time, and then I just stole a friend of mine's pen, and then I just leave it at work, and generally that's been working out okay.
What What is it that you want?
Oops, excuse me. I landed on that man on the bench. Oh, Jesus.
It's fine.
And then I bumped a guy, and now all the guards are mad at me.
See, this part's kind of interesting where there's like... I like this part where there's like investigation involved leading up to the assassinations.
Yeah.
And the assassinations are kind of a bigger deal.
It's like that in Syndicate.
Like, I guess it's kind of that way in Brotherhood where it's like you have the main targets and killing them is a big deal. But, like, I don't know. It feels less like you are an assassin and more like you are a one-man army most of the time.
Yeah. And I mean, like, there are times where that works and there are times where that doesn't. And I feel like the answer is it works in things like Brotherhood and 4, and doesn't work in things like Unity and Unity.
I don't know, it just seems like, you know, if you're an assassin, it makes sense to have to go and like, hey, I need information about this person. I need the maps or whatever. Like, I need to go get ready to go on this mission to sneak in and kill this guy. Not just, I'm gonna go fight like 1,000 guards. Which kind of felt like most of Brotherhood, honestly, was just, what if you fought a lot of guards?
Yeah, but to be fair, like, fighting guards in Brotherhood was never that much of a problem, because I think
It not being a problem wasn't the thing, it was just, there was a lot of it.
Because wasn't that the one that had, like, the death ball? Where if you got a kill, each follow-up attack you had was also an instant kill.
I believe that is the way it works.
That was amazing, but also incredibly broken.
It's fine. Like, it wasn't a matter of the combat being difficult, it was just a matter of, like, not feeling appropriate for you being an assassin. Which is what I was saying, is, like, it didn't feel like I was an assassin when I was playing Brotherhood. It felt like I was protagonist guy, like, in any other video game. Like, it felt more like I was Commander Shepard than an assassin.
Damn it.
It was like, I'm just going to go to a place and kill everyone.
Can't see me. Oh, jeez. Those guys can, though. It's fine.
Those colors don't blend well. I don't know if you know this.
There's a really funny bit in The Lost Legacy where South African Laura Bailey is very upset at Chloe for wearing bright red on a jungle mission.
To be fair, you have to look cool.
That's true. And
what was the justification for wearing bright red on the jungle mission?
That's what she wears, you know?
It's her thing.
It's her thing. She wears red shirts and khaki pants. That'd be a fun series to tackle after this. Yeah.
I keep thinking that, like, I need to play Alan Wake, and I keep wondering if streaming that would be appropriate.
Alan Wake is good.
Yeah.
I'd be a little leery about the music.
Oh, right, it does have all that licensed stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, see, that's the thing I'm not sure about, because it's supposed to be a horror game, and I feel like streaming a horror game like that doesn't really work in a way.
I streamed Silent Hill 3.
Yeah, but also Silent Hill 3 doesn't have a license. Now that you mentioned the licensed music, I have to put a on that idea.
Well, I mean, you don't necessarily have to. Well, not necessarily. You might get lucky and, you know, have it skate by, or you might, you know, it'll be like Ride to Hell, where
so much death. Worried that our true leader might return and bring a measure of justice.
Remedy did put in like a toggle in Quantum Break that was actually really kind of clever that replaced all the licensed music with like reasonable enough facsimiles that they composed.
I really like that idea. Just hit the button to switch to the fake music.
It will not
Yeah.
surprise me to learn he was behind these accidents.
Shh. If the guards hear us, we'll be taken for treason.
Well, how much
Executed
licensed
on the
stuff do
very
they use?
platform we have to repair.
It's mostly just at the end of episodes.
return to work.
The only exceptions are I can't remember the actual name of the song, but the lime and the coconut song appears, and there are a couple times where some of the Poets of the Fall music shows up in the middle of an episode, but like there's not a lot, and I feel like it'd still be worth it because Alan Wake is a good video game.
Yeah.
Remedy makes good video games in general. I'm gonna take this moment to say that, man, Quantum Break gets a lot of undue hate. I like Quantum Break a whole lot.
You again, Grandmaster. Safety and peace. I'm so glad to see you. In these troubled times, they asked me to prove myself. But I feel so inadequate when I compare myself
Apparently
to you.
Remedy is hiring.
I must kill
Ooh,
two of much
they're also
too
in,
ruthless
like,
men without a fight.
Scandinavia
Show me
somewhere.
the way. I will be forever grateful.
Why are they in Scandinavia?
Because Sam Lake is not Sam Lake's real name.
No, really?
Much like David Cage.
The fact that half of that pseudonym is from David Lynch.
But I mean, his name is actually...
But I know it's also David, but the idea, according to the thing I read at least, the David part is from David Lynch, and the Cage is from fucking...
Johnny Cage?
Yeah.
I don't think that's right, but...
I hope not, but I want to tell Rob that to hear his reaction.
You know...
The idea of David Cage comparing himself in any way to David Lynch.
You know, that's fair, and I support
I just need to get Rob on stream to tell him about that.
At some point, he's got to stream, you know, more Dirge of Cerberus.
Yeah, that'll be the time. It just keeps slipping my mind whenever he's actually streaming. So the next time he's streaming, if one of us is there, pull that on, because I want that reaction on tape.
Yep.
You are the best the
And-
I want that recorded for posterity.
And to be fair, Sam Lake's real name is whatever Scandinavian country. It, like, literally translates to Sam Lake.
Oh, that's nice.
Because his name is, like, Sammy Yarvi, and Yarvi is whatever language for lake.
But I am sure that with your wisdom, you knew that already.
Sweden?
now looking this up?
Finland. Yes, and Sammy Yarvi, and his pen name is Sam Lake, and Yarvi is Finnish for lake. Oops. Ow.
There is nothing more insidious than one who turns his back on the law. For the law was given to us by God. Glorious and exalted is he. To defy it is to disrespect him. And there is no greater evil than this. Majduddin understands. He works to cast out the wicked among us, that we may live righteous lives. There is no harm in naming them. Those among you who defy the law. We are nothing without our faith, without its rules and its direction. To defy it is to defy the one who leads us. Such behavior cannot be allowed.
Are you applauding something?
No, I was popping my knuckles.
Oh. It sounded like you were clapping.
And wrists. No, I was just, you know, one hand after the other and then wrists.
Yeah. Sir, excuse me. You have a moment to talk about your Lord and Savior Sword Priest.
Enough! I still breathe, so you must desire more than just my life. What is it?
You know Majduddin well?
Better than most.
He seems a bit too righteous. Is the law really so important to him?
What do you think?
I think he hides something, and I think you'll tell me what it is.
It's a veil. All of it. Men like me, we are meant to scare them, fill the people with fear. The ones he kills, not criminals, but dangerous all the same.
Dangerous to who?
His plans. Their plans. Yes, he speaks of others. Those he works with. Works for, perhaps. I am uncertain. They need the city, though. Controlling it is important to them.
Why?
You'll have to ask him yourself. Attend one of his executions. It's when he's most talkative, addressing the crowd, hands covered in blood.
Then we are done.
One last investigation-y thing. I don't... That bit of information seems unnecessary to receive through punching and killing a man.
What information did you get?
Whatever this dude's name is rules Jerusalem through fear. It's like, I feel like...
Isn't that obvious?
Yeah.
I feel like that was obvious.
Yeah.
Was that guy considered an informant for telling you that?
No, I interrogated him.
Okay.
Damn it.
Did you fail the interrogation?
No, I succeeded in the interrogation. I just want to go back to blending. There we go. Oh, wait. I wanted to go talk to the informant, and then I just run right past the
I'm not
informant.
convinced I could be of any help. I have not been in town for a while. Well, not since Majduddin put a bounty on my head. 3 of his men are after me. Perhaps your blade could help. Get rid of them, and I'll search my memory for something worth your while.
Well, I wanted this to be one of the fun flag races, but no, I have to just assassinate more people. Sword Priest is following you.
They go against the will of God and must be made to pay. Everywhere they ride, they leave only suffering in their wake.
Oh. Rude. Ow. Well, this is a dead end. let's try to assassinate people again. Hooray.
This is kind of the problem with every stealth game. It's the part where the stealth doesn't work and then you're screwed.
Yep. That's why this is why I could never play like old Splinter Cell, because if you get seen, you're just done. Like, not even like, oh, if you're really good, you have a chance to get undone. But like the PS2 Splinter Cell game that I played, like if you got spotted, it was immediately game over. And it's just like, that's not. I'm not about that life.
That's not how that should work.
It's really not.
That's why I'm way into games where stealth is optional.
Yeah.
It's like, you can stealth this. Although, it worked out really bad for me the one time I tried to be all cool and stealthy in, I think it was Shadowrun Dragonfall. You might know the mission I'm talking about.
I think I do.
Did it involve infiltrating a really dangerous company?
Yes.
To stop a big evil thing in the middle of the company?
Yes.
And how far did you make it before your cover was blown?
Not very, let's say.
Okay, so here's the problem. I made it all the way to the last room.
Nice.
So you know what happens then, when your cover is blown in the last room?
No.
You get to fight all the enemies who are in the last room, plus every other enemy coming in the door behind you. Because, hey, we're all still alive out here, and the alarm just went off.
That's amazing.
So the entire time you're trying to fight that last room full of enemies who aren't pushovers, you've just got a constant feed of all the other guards in the building running in behind you going like, hey, what's up? That got rough real fast. That whole mission got so fucked. Like, stealthing that mission only works if you pull it off all the way or fuck up immediately.
I remember I had something similar to me happen in Shadowrun Hong Kong, but it was that the scripting of the mission got broke if you got spotted in a certain area.
Huh.
Oh yes. Enjoys lecturing his prisoners before executing.
That game was kind of jank at launch.
It was kind of jank even when I played it. There were problems.
It got significantly less jank though.
Yeah, but I still had a problem of like there was a character that just her story would not advance no matter what I did.
Yeah.
Like she was locked into only saying her first lines over and over again, no matter how many times I tried to advance her thing.
Yeah.
So eventually I just gave up. And that was a bummer, because I wanted to know more about that character. Because I like all of the characters in those games, pretty much, so...
Yeah, like, those games are really good.
I was gonna ask, spoilers for Shadowrun Hong Kong here. I think I may have asked you this once before, but whenever you got the choice towards the end of, like, going after the dude with the face...
Yes.
Which option did you take for going after him? There were three.
Yeah.
There was like hotel room with mistress, movie theater, or underground car park.
It was the car park one was the one that I did.
Okay. How did that go? Because I am curious about how the other versions of that mission went.
There was a big fight in the underground car park.
Because I actually went for the movie theater one, and that was really interesting because it was a small firefight with like 2 guards, but then the police showed up because you started a firefight in a movie theater, and also there are civilians everywhere, so it's just like constant trying not to kill rooms full of people during this fight, with people just running through the middle of the firefight as you're trying to take shots.
That's definitely much more exciting than the...
I don't know, like, the car park, like, giant fight sounds interesting as well. Because the mission, honestly, only took probably, like... It was a very small amount of turns. It was just really chaotic.
Yeah.
Like, a lot happened really fast. Man, that game was really good.
Yep. them harebrained Steam guys know how to make a good RPG.
Really hope they make another Shadowrun game at some point.
I am not.
That would be cool.
A man's skill is defined by his
Because
actions.
they are 3 for 3 on
not
good
the markings
Shadowrun
on his
games.
robe.
Yep. They're making I'm going to fuck this up because there are 3 games with very similar names.
Jerusalem's Regent Majd ad-Din
Battletech?
not far from here. It's sure to be well guarded.
Battletech.
Let me see.
I know what to do.
Battletech, yes.
And that is why you remain
So here's my problem.
You cannot
There's
know
Battletech,
only suspect.
Robotech,
You must expect to
and
know.
Mech
Problem
Assault.
of something. Anticipate.
And I can't keep them straight in my head. I know one of them is based off like an anime, and I think that's Robotech.
Are we done?
Yeah. I think Robotech is like the weird American version of Macross or something like that.
That sounds right. But there were like GameCube and PS2 games that I always saw in magazines and went,
Robotech game.
those look cool, and then never played them.
It looks really cool. That's true.
I won't give him the chance.
It's not great.
So I hope.
I mean, it was okay. I wasn't very good at video games at the time. It would probably be a lot better if I played it now. Yeah. Okay.
And then there's like
So
other ones
apparently-
like Mech Warrior and whatever.
Yeah, Robotech was produced by Harmony Gold USA in association with Tatsunoko Productions and first released in the United States in '85. It was adapted from 3 original and unrelated, though visually similar, Japanese television series, Macross. Super Dimension Fortress Macross, Super Dimension Cavalry Southern Cross, and Genesis Climber Mos Pieta.
Sure.
But yes, I did play that PS2 Robotech game, and it was alright.
To a more recent one.
I think I only ever got to like the 2nd or 3rd stage. Like there was a level where I just did not understand what I was supposed to be doing and constantly always lost. That is another one that I checked out a lot from video game rental places. Constantly trying to get past that stage and never played off. It was like a defense mission where it's like, hey, you have to defend this thing while it's being attacked, but for whatever reason I could never actually properly defend it. That said, that game looked real good. It had good explosions. Lots of missiles, as you expect from Macross.
Yeah. Like if something that was based off of Macross did not have a lot of missiles in it, I would want my money back.
Yeah, fair enough.
Where's this guy I'm supposed to kill?
I was gonna say, you were assassinating a dude, right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was the thing you were doing.
Yep. I like that the AI seems to not care about the fact that I got up on stage on an execution.
It's fine. As long as you don't mess with anybody.
There's that guy.
Just throw a tomato at somebody while you're up there. Stand careful.
Silence! I demand silence!
Is one of those guys the guy you're supposed to kill?
I think it's the guy with the blue robe and the turban.
Okay.
I stand here today to deliver a warning. There are malcontents among you.
That guy is psyched about
They sow the
executing
seeds
people.
of discontent, hoping to lead you astray. Tell me, is this what you
Just
desire?
want to point out how suspicious it is. There's an entire crowd of people watching the stage and one guy staring very pointedly to the left. I'm just saying
Here.
that guy stands out.
I can fix this. I fixed it.
Okay.
Pleases me. This evil must be purged.
Just say it almost looks
Only
like you're
then
trying
can we
to
hope
avoid
to be
looking at the guy on
redeemed.
stage for some reason.
This is not justice. You've no right to do that. Who do you take yourself
Well,
for?
And all of you stand idle, complicit in this crime.
Curse you all!
It's not like you're on the outskirts of the rally. You're like right up in the front row, just staring in a different direction.
The evil of one man spread to corrupt others.
Oh, these people are upset about
They
something now.
sought to instill fear and
Oh,
doubt
well.
within you. But I will keep
Why
you
would we even
safe.
try that? That's dumb.
Here now are four
Wow, you
filled
guys
with
had a good
sin.
plan.
The harlot, the thief, the gambler, the heretic. Let God's judgment
Please tell me those guys were
be
just
brought
chumps and not
down
assassins.
upon them.
They're just chumps.
Okay. I was gonna say, because if those are your fellow
Whoa.
assassins, I can understand why you were advancing the ranks so quickly.
That was goofy. Oh, where did this guy go? Turban! Turban man! I maybe goofed this up a little bit.
It's probably fine.
I wanted to pull out, like, throwing knives, but it, didn't work. Because this is a assassination mission and it does that for some reason.
Because kinship.
I guess.
That's my guess. You gotta let people know that things are serious. Do that with a flashing bulb.
Yep. Oh, I stabbed that man.
Your work here is
Stabbed a few
finished.
people.
No, no, it had only just begun.
Tell me, what's your part in all of this?
I will say,
Do you intend to defend
Shadow
yourself
of
as the
Mordor
others
had a
have
really
and explain away
good
your
take
evil
on
deeds?
this Assassin's Creed
Brotherhood
combat.
wanted the city.
Yeah.
I wanted power. There was an opportunity.
An opportunity to murder innocents.
Oh, now that guy
Not
gets
so
the monologue.
innocent.
Yep.
Dissident voices cut deep as steel. They disrupt order. In this, I do agree with the Brotherhood.
You kill
These guys are
people simply for believing
assassinating just looks
differently
so
than you.
much
Of
like the
course.
generic,
I
like
killed them because
the
I
generic
could.
dudes in Dynasty
Because it
Warriors
was
games
fun.
who were important enough to have a
know
name
what
but
it
not
feels
important
like
enough to
to determine
bother having their
another
own
man's
unique
fate.
model.
Did you see
Yeah.
the way that people cheered?
There's a distinct
The
look
way they
about those guys
feared
of just
me.
like slightly more than
Like a
generic.
God.
This
You'd
guy
have
looks
done
so
the
much like
same
one of them.
if you could. Such power.
Once perhaps. But then I learned what becomes of those who lift themselves above others.
And what is that?
Here, let me show you.
Excuse me. Gotta go. Oh no, the bureau, it is closed. That's no good. Well, that's super gross. There is a type of fungus that looks like a face hugger and bursts from an egg in Australia.
So I have
Oh,
heard.
great. Why?
What's this? No words
Because
of wisdom for me?
Australia.
Surely I have failed in some spectacular fashion.
You performed as an assassin should.
Why is that? Why do
No
we
more,
allow that place
no
to
less.
exist?
That you expect praise for merely doing a
Gotta have somewhere to-
Like we could have just burned it off the planet by now. Nobody would have really noticed.
Gotta have somewhere to send all the prisoners.
That's true.
Also, look at that thing.
Jesus.
But do so on your way back to
I've seen that before, actually.
Your work here is done.
Also known as octopus stinkhorn or devil's fingers.
Yeah.
That
indigenous to Australia and New Zealand, and introduced in Europe, North America, and Asia. Thanks, Australia.
Yeah.
In maturity, it smells like putrid flesh.
Great.
We done already?
Get up.
Whatever you say, Doc.
There are only 4 more assassinations to go.
I'm ending the session. I'll be right there. You're sure about this?
That's nice.
Yes. No. Everything's Denver. Don't see how he could...
But first we gotta, you know, hang out in the copied city up
I
here.
understand. You're in a lot of trouble, Mr. Miles.
What's his problem?
They're coming for you.
Who's coming for me?
Speaking of which, where are you at in the
Hey, I
Automata?
had nothing to do with
Not much after I finished the copied city and haven't
Guess
played
you're more
it since.
important
Okay.
Because I'm super
Things just
jaded.
keep getting weirder and
You know,
weirder around
things.
here.
It was bound to happen.
What do you mean?
That little fight your ancestors started during the Third Crusade.
There's still a lot of stuff I need to finish by the end of the year, but instead of doing any of that, I keep playing other things.
Yep, that's... Really, I feel like the big one I need to finish is Nier.
Vidic works for them.
I need to finish Yakuza, and I need to finish
I thought
Tokyo
Templars were old dudes with funny hats who sat around drinking beer and plotting world domination.
Because, like, I finished Yakuza, I finished Persona, I finished Zelda, I finished Uncharted, I finished Pyre.
Half the stuff they say about the Templars comes from crazy
That's 5 right
tinfoil
there.
hat-wearing nut jobs.
Finished
The other
Superhot
half is
VR.
misinformation intentionally produced by the Templars themselves.
But they are the bad guys, right?
If there's one thing I've learned since I started
Yeah, I need to go back and
working
find my
here, it's
list
that there's no such
of
thing.
Game of the Year stuff.
Also,
Yeah.
I guess
So
the
that I
best way
can
to
make
explain it is
additions, because that was
what
before I
they
played a
want
few
is
things.
good.
Actually,
But the way
there's
they're
not
going
that laying
about
around
it,
in here, hopefully.
it's bad.
Let's see, what have I...
Writing.
Really bad.
What are
What
they
have I
trying to
played
do?
here? Yakuza...
Oh, that's 2016.
Lucy.
Fire
Where is
Emblem.
my 2017?
Miss Dillon, I need to speak with you. Get up here, now.
Really hope I have that 2017 one laying around here somewhere.
I'm sorry,
I
Desmond.
should probably...
You should turn
well,
in for the night.
Apparently Torment came out this year.
The answers
and
to all
I
your
have
questions are right
the...
Oh, is that the Tides of
You just have to
Numenera?
know where to
Yeah.
look.
Okay.
And I have that lying around. I'd probably finish that. Zelda. Oh, Sonic Mania is another one that I'm not finished with. That I probably should. Also, the plot or the story mode of Splatoon 2, I have not finished.
That, yeah.
Please, Desmond. I'm gonna get in trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Let me look back here at things that came out this year.
That's what I'm doing.
God damn it, Polygon. I don't care about you.
Bayonetta. That came out this year. Game of the year.
Yep, easy.
You think?
Jesus Christ, Yakuza 0 came out in January?
Yep.
Fuck. I really need to finish that at some point.
Dude, it's been a year.
It's been almost an entire year, yes, and I still have not gotten around to it. Oh, Neo, that came... Wow, Neo came out this year?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Puyo Puyo Tetris in English. That game's really good. I kind of want to play Prey, but I don't want to, like,
Please, Desmond.
$60 play
I'm gonna get in
Prey.
trouble if I don't leave. And I can't leave until you're in your room.
Oh, that Phantom
2017?
Phantom Dust remaster came out this year. I downloaded that and have not finished it. And also have barely... I played the tutorial and then stopped. Oh yeah, Tekken 7. Almost forgot about Tekken 7.
Missed you this morning, Doc.
Get in the
Get Even came out this year. Valkyria Revolution.
Oh, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh, yep. Gotta
Still time to play it. It's down to $20.
Yeah. Hey, Pikmin.
Man, the beginning of this year was fucking stacked.
Use the
It
action
really
wheel
was.
to
I
gather
have not gotten out of the
information about
March
your
section on new
surroundings.
releases, and I've already got half of my Game of the Year list done.
I kind of wanted to check out that Icy game.
Icy?
The weird Chinese side scroller. They played it on the Best Friends and on UPF. It's got kind of like a Bastion-y narrator, except it's kind of actively trying to sabotage you.
I'll do
No,
my best
that-
to answer.
yeah, I don't
The merchant
remember that
king
at
of
all.
Damas murdered the nobles who ruled his city. Majd-ad-Din in Jerusalem used fear to
I
force
saw
people
a
into
physical
submission.
copy of that of Sign Mora EX
and
and
hold
thought about
power
picking
with
it up
truth.
just to keep
These men were
continuing
meant to
my
lead their leaders.
purchase
Instead, they chose
Grasshopper
to betray
Dam
them.
streak, but then I
What I do
didn't.
not understand is why.
Just for kicks, I
the
am
answer
gonna
not
go
obvious?
ahead and add
The
Vanquish
Templars
and
desire
Bayonetta to the
control.
end of this list.
Each map, as you've noted, wanted
Not
to
as
claim their
actual
cities in the
entries,
Templar
but as
name.
potential
The
actual
Templars
entries.
themselves
If
might
nothing
rule
else
the Holy Land.
Because
strikes your
fuck it.
fancy.
Beyond. But they
I don't
cannot
think it'll be a
succeed
problem.
in
There's
their
been
mission.
enough stuff this year.
Why is that?
Oh man, guess
I need to
what's
play more. I need to play more of Dragon Quest Heroes.
guess what's 2 weeks away? Make me mad.
They cannot hope to
Knack
achieve their goals
2.
Right.
What is
Grav's
this
Game
treasure?
of the Year.
Yeah.
It is temptation. It's just a piece of silver.
Metroid.
Look at it.
I'm really
What am I
glad
supposed to
that I
see?
was right about that
This
Fire Emblem thing
piece of
earlier.
silver cast
Because I
on
thought that was the character I was thinking it was. And then I was, after I typed that in, I had to go look it up on the Fire Emblem wiki and was like, yeah, nailed
Ares
it.
used it to start the Trojan War. And with it, a poor
That
carpenter
character is the
turned water
worst
into
Fire
wine.
Yeah.
Emblem character.
It seems rather plain for all the power.
What are you
the
talking
king
about?
has.
You love that character.
How does it work?
Cuphead.
He who holds it commands the hearts
right,
and
that's
minds
supposed
of
to
whoever
exist.
looks upon
Yeah.
it. Whoever tastes of it, as they say.
Dragon's
I feel
Dogma.
like it is kind of rude to release things that close to
Herbs
the end of the
used
year.
to simulate its
Dragon's
effects,
Dogma.
to be ready for when
What's
they
this?
help
This looks
you. Talel
interesting.
supplied them.
Leighton's
Alright.
Mis-
Mir equipped them.
Oh wow.
They
Oh
were prepared
wow.
for something.
What?
Leighton's Mystery Journey, Catriel and the Millionaire's Conspiracy.
Oh right, I saw that.
They meant to gather up their
I
people.
saw like a trailer.
It follows a new protagonist, Catriel Leighton, who searches for her missing father, Professor Herschel Leighton.
Perfect word.
Yeah.
Robert de Sable must never
Private Detective Catriel Leighton.
he and his brothers live.
Oh,
They
bug,
will
go
try,
away.
Then they must be destroyed. Which is what I've had you doing. There are 2 more Templars who
That's
require
dope.
your attention. One in Akka, known as Sibran. One in Damas, called
Apparently, The
Shubair.
Evil Within 2 and Fire Emblem Warriors come out on the
They'll
same
instruct
day.
you further, as
Is
you
that
wish.
this year?
Yep.
Be quick about it.
Wow.
No
Didn't
doubt
know
Robert
that.
de Sable
I
is
thought
made
those were
nervous
next
by our continued success. His remaining followers will do their best. to
Assassin's
expose
Creed,
They know
Wolfenstein 2 is
God,
this
the man in the
year,
white
Sonic
robe.
Forces,
They'll be looking for it. They won't find me.
Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon.
Here. my
Wait, were
gift
Pokemon
to
Sun
you
and Moon this year?
in
No,
gratitude
they
for the
were
good
last
work
year.
you've done.
Okay.
Vampire is supposedly this year.
Oh right. I probably won't. On the one hand, I might not actually play that. On the other hand, I want to make a thread about it on Giant Bomb just to fight the mods.
Oh, you.
I'm never gonna forgive them for that.
That's
I will
fair.
hold a grudge until I die. It's my way.
Anyway, I feel like this is enough Assassin's Creed for one day.
Okay.
We're closing in on
Spin
the
that
end.
sword.
Yep. Closing in on the end here.
Wait. Summon Night 6 is supposed to come out in North America?
What?
Yeah. Apparently, according to this, North America sometime in 2017 is the supposed release date.
Weird.
Yeah. Huh.
Cancelled games. Scalebound. Also, Bloodstained Ritual of the Night Wii U version. Anyway, I'm gonna hit this stop streaming button here in a sec here.
Wait, this game already come out?
What game?
This game is already out. Summon Night 6 is already out in North America.
On the
How
Vita?
the fuck did that happen?
Is it a Vita game?
It is, but it's also PS4.
weird.
I literally never knew that this was a thing that was going to be released in America, because I thought that series was basically Japan only forever now.
I liked those Game Boy Advance ones.
I played both of those Game Boy Advance games. I beat both of them. They were fun. And I know 3 is on the PSP, and you can find a like English patched version of it out there, if you know where to look.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.